Paul Heyman betrays Seth Rollins and aligns with Solo Sikoa. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. He was the mastermind behind the Bloodline, the advocate for Brock Lesnar, the wise man of Roman Reigns, and most recently, the scheming advisor to Seth "Freakin" Rollins. But now, Paul Heyman has once again flipped the WWE Universe on its head. In a moment no one saw coming, Heyman has betrayed Seth Rollins and joined forces with the enforcer of the Samoan dynasty, Solo Sikoa. What led to this betrayal? What does it mean for the future of Raw and SmackDown? And is Solo Sikoa now the new tribal chief? Let's dive deep into one of the most shocking WWE twists of the year. The unlikely alliance, Heyman and Rollins. After the chaos of WrestleMania 41, Seth Rollins shocked the WWE Universe by accepting Paul Heyman's offer. Many questioned the decision. Rollins, the visionary, aligning with the master manipulator? But it seemed to make sense. Roman Reigns had lost everything: his championship, his influence, and his grip on the Bloodline. And Paul Heyman? Well, he was left without a kingdom. So he did what he does best. He realigned himself with power. Rollins, still hurting from months of injuries and betrayals, saw Heyman as a necessary evil, someone who could help him politically maneuver through the WWE landscape. Together, they formed a strange but dangerous union. Heyman flanked Rollins on Monday Night Raw like a snake whispering in the ear of a king. He arranged title opportunities. He whispered strategy. He negotiated Rollins' influence into both Raw and SmackDown. Fans hated it, but it worked. Until it didn't. The rumblings of betrayal. While Rollins believed he had Paul Heyman under control, something was brewing beneath the surface. Solo Sikoa, the silent enforcer, had been building his own path in the wake of Roman Reigns' disappearance. With Jimmy Uso out of the picture and Jay fully on Raw, Solo began appearing backstage with figures from the Anoa'i family. Quiet conversations, unexpected attacks, silent stares. But most telling of all, Paul Heyman's body language. At first, Heyman seemed fearful of Solo. Then, strangely respectful. And eventually deferential. Fans noticed how Heyman would avoid eye contact with Seth whenever Solo was mentioned. He would deflect questions. He wouldn't criticize Solo's attacks on other wrestlers. And then came the chilling moment on SmackDown. Solo Sikoa walked past Heyman in a hallway, and Heyman muttered two words under his breath. The internet exploded. Was Heyman serving two masters? The attack. Heyman turns on Rollins. On the May 5th edition of Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins came out to issue a challenge. He was demanding a rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship, fresh off his brutal loss at WrestleMania. Heyman stood beside him, microphone in hand. He hyped up Rollins' legacy, his style, his work ethic. And then, he said something strange. Suddenly, Solo Sikoa's music hit. The crowd erupted. Rollins turned in confusion, not fear, but confusion. He wasn't expecting Solo. Not here. Not tonight. But before Rollins could react, Paul Heyman grabbed his leg. Seth stumbled, and Solo struck. A thunderous Samoan spike. A brutal spinning Solo slam. And then, silence. Heyman entered the ring, adjusted his suit, and knelt beside Rollins. He whispered in his ear, "You were never the heir, only the distraction." The camera zoomed in on Heyman's face as he turned toward Solo and said one final line. "Tribal Chief, your table is ready." WWE Universe reacts. Within minutes of Raw going off the air, #Heyman betrays trended worldwide. Fans were stunned. The betrayal wasn't just shocking, it was deeply personal. Seth Rollins had trusted Heyman during a vulnerable time. He'd defended him, even when others warned him. The betrayal wasn't about business, it was about legacy. And the reaction? Explosive. On WWE's The Bump, Booker T said, "That's Paul Heyman for you. He doesn't manage talent, he manipulates it." Paul Heyman just stabbed Seth in the back harder than he ever did Roman. Solo Sikoa is the new tribal chief. It's happening. This is the end of Seth Rollins as we know him. Even Roman Reigns' account stayed silent, which only added more intrigue. Why Heyman did it? Let's break this down. Why did Paul Heyman betray Seth Rollins? It all comes down to power. Heyman doesn't care about popularity or championship belts. He aligns with those who can dominate, who can control. And in Seth Rollins, Heyman saw charisma, but not control. Solo Sikoa, however, is different. He represents legacy, fear, raw power. The kind of enforcer that doesn't ask, he takes. Heyman has always operated best when standing beside ruthless tribal dominance. Think Brock Lesnar. Think Roman Reigns. Now think Solo Sikoa. By turning on Rollins, Heyman is once again placing himself at the center of a Samoan empire, this time with fewer weaknesses and more destruction. This isn't just betrayal. It's empire building. Solo Sikoa, the new tribal chief? With Roman Reigns absent and no clear successor, Solo Sikoa has taken the reins with brutal efficiency. He's attacked Bobby Lashley, destroyed Kevin Owens, and humiliated LA Knight. He doesn't talk. He doesn't pose. He punishes. And now, with Paul Heyman by his side, Solo is no longer just the muscle. He's the leader. On SmackDown, Heyman officially declared, "This is no longer Roman's island. This is Solo Sikoa's domain." That statement shook the WWE universe. Is Roman Reigns truly out? Has the bloodline passed to the next generation? Some say yes. Others think this will lead to the ultimate return feud, Roman versus Solo, with Heyman caught in the middle. But for now, Heyman is clear. Solo is the head of the table. And Seth Rollins? He was just a stepping stone. Seth Rollins' next move. Clips of Rollins' post-attack, fans rallying behind him, medical updates. Voiceover. After the vicious betrayal, WWE issued a kayfabe injury report on Seth Rollins, stating he suffered a mild concussion and internal bruising. But insiders report that Rollins is already planning his return, and when he does, it won't be about championships. It'll be about revenge. Expect a darker, more vicious version of Seth Rollins. One who isn't laughing. One who isn't dancing. One who's ready to burn it all down, including Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. This could lead to a massive SummerSlam main event. Seth Rollins versus Solo Sikoa, with Paul Heyman's empire on the line. Or could we see something even bigger? What if Roman Reigns returns and teams up with Rollins? What if Seth and Roman finally unite to destroy what Paul Heyman created? One thing's for sure, Seth Rollins won't forgive. And he won't forget. Paul Heyman is a genius, a snake, a visionary. And once again, he has changed the landscape of WWE. By betraying Seth Rollins and aligning with Solo Sikoa, he's not just playing the game. He's rewriting the rules. But in WWE, every betrayal comes with a price. And sooner or later, the bill always comes due. What will happen when Rollins returns? Will Roman Reigns reclaim his throne? And is Solo Sikoa truly ready to lead the bloodline into a new era? Only one thing is certain. Chaos is coming.